The Department of Education.
All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get into this video.
Education has now come out with a list of degrees that they are saying will no longer be considered professional. And this list will take effect July of 2026. Some of the degrees that they said are no longer professional include a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, advanced nurse practitioner, nurse practitioners, a physician assistant, teachers, a speech language pathologist, and there's more. But when I saw this again, I couldn't believe it. Because what does that mean on the back end? On the back end, that means that they are attacking female-dominant fields. That's a major blow right there. And secondly, people that are interested in those specific degrees will have a lesser chance in getting the federal funding that they need to get in those programs. And people voted for this. It's becoming to the point.
Right. And now, as you can see, a lot of these jobs or degrees is women dominated. A lot of women are nurses, a lot of women are teachers, right? A lot of women have jobs that deal with kids. And so the fact that, the Department of Education is basically putting the degrees as non-professional means that it's going to be harder for these women, right, if you keep calling that nowadays, to get a job. Well, not a job, but funding, right? The funding for these women will not be there, right? And they'll be left with a lot of debt because it's considered as a non-professional degree. This is part of the scripture of Isaiah chapter 32, verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be trembled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the guidance shall not come. And it's like you. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, shape you, make you barren, girds out of cloth upon your loins, right? And for when it says vintage shall fail, that means the cops ain't going to come save them. Either her simps aren't going to be there for her, right? She's not going to have the system to depend on without a man anymore, right? So the thing is, this is the troubling that is coming to these women starting now, right? It's the fact that these women, it's now getting harder for them to actually secure a high-paying job, and if they do, it's with a lot of debt, right? And not too long ago, I believe I've heard somewhere that unpaid college loans will be taken out of a paycheck. So these women,
The Department of
these women are going to have to come to a point where they will have to start needing to rely on a man once again, right? For Esau deceived them, now Esau is throwing them away. Let's get this out right here.
Reveals that a new study by Realtor.com reveals that a third of young people are still living with their parents. These are not strictly college students looking to save money on room and board. We're talking about a record 25 million people under 35, higher than at any time in history. Now, that includes more than 20% of 25 to 29-year-olds and more than 10% of 30 to 34-year-olds. These young people aren't just sitting around at home. About 70% of them are employed. But a lot of them say that they haven't left the nest because they can't afford one of their own. The median home price last year hit $430,000, up more than 34% before the pandemic. The median monthly rent has climbed nearly 18%. A new study by
Right. As you can see, Esau has messed up the economy so bad that there's really no future for children, really. Right? At least not an affordable future to have children. Because For one, everything keeps going up in price. Rent keeps going up in price. Homes keep going up in price. And it far outpaces the wages that people make. Even with the raise that people get, it doesn't compare to the ever yearly increase of everything that goes on. Now let's go to scripture here. It says, Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, but my God, Yahweh, shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Right? Because we're coming into a time where we're not going to be able to provide for ourselves come the CHIP, and we're going to need the supply and mercy of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, to supply for our needs, for all of our needs. Right? According to the time to CHIP, when you're not able to buy or sell. So if you think about it, with these prices going up, honestly, as an Israelite man, Lord willing, I'm of the elect, you should be actually sick and tired of this society by now. You should actually want nothing to do with this society. And you should actually want the CHIP prophecy to come along faster right now. Because the thing is, people can barely afford anything in this society. Right? So pretty much this actually helps us with the costs of everything rising and all this stuff. This actually helps us be willing to leave everything on this side for Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So this lesson edifying, all praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. This lesson edifying 244,000, the hopeful elect and the elect in Shalom.